For regular videos on ancient cultures and forgotten civilizations, please subscribe. There are several hundred cisterns that lie beneath the city of Istanbul, two of which you can visit as a tourist. We're going to take you to the largest. It's called the Basilica Cistern. The cistern originally was constructed by Constantine beneath a large public square called the Stoa Basilica, in which sat a basilica. That's how the cistern got its name. The cistern was enlarged during the reign of Justinian in the 6th century. It is said 7,000 slaves worked on the project. The water was brought into the city through the aqueduct of Valens, which I'll show you later. And the cistern here held the water, which was filtered for the great palace of Constantinople. The cistern is 453 feet, 138 meters long, and 213 feet, 65 meters wide. It can hold 2.8 million cubic feet, that's 80,000 cubic meters of water. But for tourism, not much water is held in here today. The feeling that you get down here is eerie. I felt like I was in the mines of Moria. The columns, some of marble, some of granite, were brought in from elsewhere, likely reused from abandoned buildings. No one came down here, so it wasn't that important that they be the best. These upside-down Medusa heads are believed to have been put in here as part of a repair job in later times. They put some modern art in here, I guess in an attempt to make it more interesting to the public. Meh. Check this out. We're looking at part of the aqueduct of Valens. Valens was the emperor of Rome. This was constructed around 372, 373. About 5 years before the emperor Valens lost a major battle, the Battle of Adrianople, and was killed. But this aqueduct was built here because the older aqueduct of Hadrian wasn't able to supply water to the higher elevated parts of the city. So that's what the purpose of this particular aqueduct was. Don't get the false impression, however, that all of this is part of the original construction, because the aqueduct was in use for so many centuries. It was restored continuously throughout the whole Byzantine period. It was in operation, though, until about the 12th century, and by then it was beyond repair. But when the Ottomans came in later, they restored it again. So we have here bits and pieces from many different eras. Now, check out this. This is part of the original Roman construction. You can see the typical Roman technique of alternating between the regular stones and the bricks. And they would have done this all the way up before putting the exterior on. There were 86 arches total in the aqueduct, and it extended for 971 meters in its final form. So we've got here a double-decker. So it starts out, with a single layer, then it stretches into two. But they had to get the water up high enough so that it could reach the higher parts of the city.